So yeah, this is a reshoot. I decided to go through with this, considering that I wasn't in the best. I wasn't really in a good state whenever I made that one, as you could tell. Like it was definitely, I was more, I was slow on things, and I didn't address things clearly as I would normally address them. So decided to do this one outside, considering that this is going to be like a more revamped version of that one. So I am going to, so considering that I kind of went through this, I guess you could say, um, not a phase. It was more of the lines of um, very hard time. And even though I said like everything, the worst of it happened in 2019, it still carried out through up until this year. And I didn't know, like, dealing with the idea of anxiety and low self-esteem. It's like, you think that everything is just, you just think that like you're gonna be thinking like this for the rest of your life. You're gonna be thinking that like, oh, I'm never gonna be as good as this. I shouldn't try. I shouldn't be involved. I shouldn't try to get involved with things and be around people. But I was always like skeptical of where is this coming from, considering that I could like hang out and talk with people normally. It doesn't matter like who they are, what gender, what their political views or whatever. I could instantly talk with them. But why couldn't I talk with like the two people specifically, Amber and Ariel, or just anybody regard or talk to anybody about that event? Period. And what came to my mind was that I've had a secret that was in my head for a long time now. And yes, considering that um, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people know about this. Whether you're someone I met online, whether you're just a friend at school, everybody knows about that event, and they don't know like after it, they don't know like what exactly happened. But my biggest issue with the with how I dealt with it was that didn't tell like my parents, for example, about it. And then when I finally told my mom about it, I felt like everything just felt lighter. It was a long, and this is a message for everyone really. If you have a secret that's on the level of like, as bad as mine, or, like dealing with addiction outside of the family, or like outside of school or whatever, or like you're not doing your schoolwork and you're failing classes or whatever, and everything's just you're lying to people about it, tell them. Because as soon as you tell them, it will make things. I can't really exactly, I can't speak for everyone, so I'm going to put in my sense. Obviously, going to talk to someone new is complicated, depending on who they are specifically, really. Because you don't know like anything about them. Like talking about those types of people, not someone that like you've maybe seen one or twice. Talking about someone that you literally have no idea who they are, and you're going up to talk to them. Those types of people. If you're, one thing is if you're anxious and have low self-esteem, be like, you won't know what to talk about, or you'll bring up stuff and you'll think it's stupid or whatever. You'll regret even talking to them. With the added guilt on my hands, I could not. You could ask them. I couldn't speak to them properly. I was literally messaging them paragraphs and adding filler to stuff so nothing would make sense, just so I could distract myself from like the main issue, which was that it was a secret that I was keeping from my parents. So, but um, regarding all of this, basic, even if you think that you're gonna get in trouble or whatever, like to keep things a secret, just so you don't get in trouble, just so you don't get yelled at, just so you don't get scolded, in trouble, whatever it may be, you should still tell them, just to make you feel better. It's not about them. You don't want to do what's best for them. Like, you think it's better off that they don't find out just so they can, like, live a better life. It's not the case. The sole purpose and the sole case is what's better for you. This is your situation. This is what you went through. This is what you're dealing with. You need to, in order to help other people, you have to help yourself, and that's what you do. Now, regarding the mine's drawing a blank right now. Regarding the disclaimers on the videos, in the mindset I was at, everybody uses that stupid excuse, but for real, like, you can literally talk to anybody that would talk to me during this time. They would consider me someone, not, I guess you could say strange, wise. And, they have the right to. They have the right. However, they don't know what's going on, so they, you can have your thoughts about thinking that, like, this person's crazy, this person has schizophrenia, this person is possibly violent, or could be violent outside of school, or could even be violent in school. You could have those suspicions, but the thing is, if you're not talking to them, you won't know the actual truth, and that's one thing that I really just that's one thing that needs to be said for everyone, really. You think that someone's dangerous, you don't know if they're dangerous till you actually meet them. And again, I said this before, it doesn't matter what type of music they listen to, doesn't matter how they dress, doesn't matter if they act like, if they, like, act like they don't care about anyone. There's obviously something going on, whether it be at home, whether it be in school, whether it be in their head. There's obviously something going on. Now, for the disclaimers wise, I want to put those disclaimers on the videos because in the way how I was in a depressed state. I was in a try to cram in as much bull crap just so I can get to the point, or just so I can't get to the point type of state where I just needed to make up excuses, or and even not make up excuses, literally almost say everything from my point of view, which it wasn't a good point of view. My real point of view nowadays is that I've learned that what I did was clearly the worst thing I could possibly do, and no one is at fault. Can't exactly say, like, what caused me to go out of my way to even think about doing what I did, but it's wrong to keep that a secret from parents or anybody special to you. Now, that's simply it. Basically, if I, like, said something harsh about someone, or if I said that someone did this, or even if I had, like, I guess, thoughts and think that, like, oh, there's a chance that this person might be doing this, or this person might be, like, spreading lies or whatever. That's not true. That was all in my head, and that was all in the wrong. That was all in the worst mindset possible, which is the mindset where you have guilt, and you have to have that ability to try, or that the guilt forces you to just brush past everything and try to make you sound, you want to sound like you're spreading lies, to the point where you're brushing past everything just so you can say stuff that doesn't matter to cover yourself up. And you should never do that, ever. Alright, merch designs, while I do, I might just grab the other half of the other video and just put it in here, but, that's lazy. But I can tell you this right now, I'm gonna get a heat press for my graduation present, and, yeah, basically, it seems like something I know what I'm doing, and it won't be too difficult. And then when I actually, like, finally make, or when I finally get the print onto the shirt, then I'll talk about artistic details like splatter paint. I don't know what else really there is. There's other stuff in my head, like patterns and whatever, but everything's just gonna be done like obviously by myself, and I'm not gonna really like use any tools or whatever to like make something look perfect when that's not what I'm going for with this design, or what I'm going for the merch. The merch is specifically to be out there and different from the rest. Yeah, that's it. Peace.